Good morning. It's good to see you people. I can see you all sitting in your homes, in your offices, watching this live stream today with me, Christopher Bedell, designer of Sentinels the Multiverse and editor-in-chief of Great in the Games. With me today, I also have Stuntman and Maggie Clayton.
Hey guys. As always, monitoring the chat. We've already talked a little bit, so you know where I'm at.
Please, if you have questions, ask them in the chat. But first, I have a question for you. How are you doing today? Go ahead.
Yes, so excited. Stunt Maggie. Wait, Christopher can see me?
Yes.
That's not good.
No, it's good.
That's Russ. So, I
Russ,
wanted you to know.
Russ, I can
Hyped.
always see you.
Fryer the Fryer guy is hyped.
Good. Excellent. Hype is good. All right, this is the third of these. Are you tired of these yet?
No, I could do these all day, every day.
Well, bad news. We're out of characters, so that's it.
How does it feel to be the best superhero opening happening today? Hashtag Infinity Wars.
Yeah, we're opening a superhero today. Yeah.
How many figures am I holding up?
All the important ones. So yeah, we're gonna take some time to open up this Stuntman and get them all set up for you. And while we do, I'm happy to field some initial questions.
Out of characters, ... for now. That's right.
That's
for
right.
now.
I mean, if people really love these live streams, we can go back over and do like a Haka one and open up the Haka deck and talk through Haka's deck and be like, hey, you guys, this deck's been out since 2011. Let's just talk about all the stuff in it and how it works.
I love Haka. I'd be there for that. This music is the Rook City music.
Okay.
Somebody's asking in the chat. So it's by
Jean-Marc
Giffen.
Giffen.
And it's
the one with the saxophone.
Yeah, I know. It's my favorite one. That's why it's being used. It's the one that's like in my top 2017 playlist, which is probably not accurate, but you know what? I like it a lot.
No, it's the best.
I handle it.
Oh, nailed it. Look at that. Bam.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
What is Apostate's theme? Maybe. Oh, this is Apostate's theme, maybe. Nope. I don't think so.
Oh, but what if you're wrong?
But what if I'm wrong? Yeah, I can't see the music, so I don't know exactly what's playing right now. Will there be a preview of Harpy and her friends from Oblivion?
Yeah, we'll probably do these for those heroes because we've got 5 heroes and 5 environments that are coming along with Oblivion, and we could do previews of those once we get a production copy if you want. You're the boss on live streams.
I mean, I am digging it. People seem to be liking it. I think that's not a bad plan.
Sure.
Yeah, so we'll see about that, but probably.
All right. So
Why?
You heard it here, folks. Probably.
Yes, it's a very official answer. Wasn't that chairman with the finger clicks?
Oh, is it the Chairman song?
Oh.
The Chairman song and the Rook City song go together in many ways because they do. It makes sense thematically.
Why lime green for the lettering on his card? Because
cool. For the name Stuntman?
Yeah.
Because his outfit is blue and green.
And also lime green is the best.
Is it?
color. I like lime green. I have a lime green car, so.
That's true.
In the context of the lore, hang on.
Okay.
Why is Ansel doing irreducible damage inherently now?
Because he is an incredible shot and is able to shoot just the exact right point to really make a difference.
This deck deals. Wow, what is going on? My computer's having a moment.
Oh, nice. That's what
this
you want.
deck deals a lot out of turn effects, right? How fiddly will it be at the table?
We're gonna find out today. That's the very point of today's discussion, is all the out of turn stuff he's doing.
Is he a better shot than Expatriate? I doubt it. Sorry.
She is better at lining up like the perfect shot. He's better at like running and shooting and doing a flip while shooting and doing other things while shooting and posing while shooting and looking the other direction while shooting. He is a much more like action star gunner person, and she's a much more like serious, almost soldier sort of gunner person.
Who's the better marksman, Ansel or Parse?
I mean, Ansel is because of the way that he does it. Parse knows the exact right point to hit on a target. but that doesn't necessarily mean she can always do it. Now she has a better shot at doing it than most people, but just because you know the exact point to hit doesn't mean you have the ability to do it. So the best case scenario would be Pars telling Stuntman, hey, if you can hit that point right there, that'd be awesome. I should play a game with Pars and Stuntman and Expatriate. That's a really solid team up. Sorry, go ahead.
Cult of Gloom said, loving the black and red outfit. By the way, Christopher makes you look diabolically dashing.
Oh,
and I thought you would appreciate that.
Yes, I'm very gloomy today.
Also, Chachugni? That might have been pronounced wrong, sorry. Said Expat is more Glugo 13? I don't know what that is. Stuntman is more John Wick?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Stuntman. Honestly, Stuntman's even more Matrix than John Wick because he's just so showy. Like John Wick does a really good job of being not extremely overly showy in his actions. So.
Where is Chrono Ranger on the shooting ranks?
Yeah, Chrono Ranger's good at shooting, but nowhere near as good as these other people we're talking about. He's for one, his guns are pretty outdated. Even his fancy high-tech gun, he's never had that level of practice. So he's very good at shooting, but he's not the same extreme precise shot.
You said before, especially in Cosmic Contests, that he is good at getting back up from getting a beating. Is that represented in his deck?
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Okay, so I've got a bunch of different cards here. I've got a bunch of one-shots, a bunch of ongoing cards, and a bunch of equipment cards. I think I want to start with his equipment cards first because he's this gun-toting guy. Of course, we'll start with the character cards first. We wouldn't not do the character cards first. That would be foolish and wrong. But then we can go on to the equipment cards, and then we might just go equipment cards, ongoing cards, one-shots. That seems reasonable to me. So, with that said, unless you have any other questions, we're going to dive right in.
I think we're good.
Excellent. So, we're going to start off with his equipment card. Stuntman's equipment card has 27 hit points. It's got him getting ready to do some shooting. He's got his sidearm. And he has a power. Oh man, I definitely should have practiced this in advance. My French is terrible. Tireur incroyable. Incroyable. Are you good at French?
I mean, I took French.
Oh yeah, do that.
Trio, incroyable.
Thank you.
Trio, incroyable.
It doesn't sound that different than what I said.
No, it doesn't.
But I'm sure there's going to be people out there that can correct me because I don't speak French. Not even a little.
I haven't spoke French since high school.
Fortunately, I had the French in this deck edited and approved by Philippe Menard, who is one of the writers on the Sentinel Comics role-playing game, and is also a native French speaker from the French Canada. So, anyways, and this is a power that he deals one target, one irreducible projectile damage, and you increase that damage by 2 when this power is used outside your turn. And we're going to see that phrasing about things being used outside your turn quite a bit in this deck because Stuntman's whole shtick is that he is an action star, and his thing is stealing the scene, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to show up in the middle of other people's actions and do a thing and be like, aha, check me out, I'm very flashy, and then disappear again.
I like that.
Cool. So that is his character card. I'm going to grab these equipment cards. Let's see. Let's go with a gun, and then a different kind of gun, and then some armor, and then a different thing. Sounds great. So he has 4 different equipment cards. All of them are limited, and 3 of them have 2 copies. 1 of them has 3 copies. We'll talk about those as we get to them. But I'm just letting you know in advance, in case I forget. Oh man, I really should have practiced my French before we started, because there's a bunch of French names in here. I'll just make you read all the French names. Yeah,
I don't wanna,
you've already said that you speak French.
No.
That you're fluent in French.
I didn't say I was fluent.
So this is the first card called
Pistolet mitrailleur? I don't know. You do it.
I believe it's pistolet.
Pistolet.
In French, you wouldn't pronounce that T at the end, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And then mitrailleur. It's a machine pistol. And it's an equipment card. It's limited. There's 2 copies of it. And in this card, he deals each non-hero target 1 projectile damage. And if this power is used outside your turn, you may then play a card. So this is a good card, a good power for him to set up a thing, because if you can manage to get the power use outside your turn, you deal everybody 1 damage, and then you play a card, which can begin a chain of events. Perhaps, maybe. Awesome. The pistolet. I'll put them down here for now. Equipment cards. Off screen. Perfect. Next we have a lance flamme. Maybe? Flammes? French?
Flamme. I think it would be flamme. Whatever you said the first time, yeah.
This is great, I love it. This is an
know.
equipment card in which, there's 2 copies, it's limited, in which Stuntman deals up to 4 targets 2 fire damage each. When this power is used outside your turn and reduces a target to 2 or fewer HP, destroy this target. So, whenever he hits a target with this power, not during his turn, and it deals up to 4 targets 2 fire damage each, it'll just immediately destroy that target. So it's a good way to get rid of a bunch of things if you can manage to pull off some power usages outside your turn. Next, he has some stylish armor. This is just stylish armor, but it's spelled armor because it's spelled the French way. Part of the reason I had several questions from playtesters like, why does this deck have like so many French names? Come on, it's like he's just like really aggressively French here. This is him like playing up that angle of himself. It's
aggressively French. I'm sorry, I just think that's funny.
He's got 3 copies of this card. This is the one equipment card that he has 3 copies of, but it's still limited. Reduced damage dealt to Stuntman by 1. When this card is destroyed, you may search your deck for an equipment card and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck. Then you may play a card or use a power. So if this card is destroyed, you could like pull another one out of your deck, shuffle your deck, and play that card back out again so you keep your armor. Or, more likely, the thing that it is meant to kind of emulate in the game is he's got his armor on. When it's destroyed, like he's got this like cool trench coat looking thing.
Nope.
There we go. Yeah. And when his trench coat is destroyed, it falls off of him to reveal a machine gun that was underneath it the whole time. Oh, so cool. And you can use the power on it. Or
he needs an ongoing that ups his Frenchness.
I mean, his whole deck
ups his Frenchness.
There's a hidden here, can you pronounce the name of this one?
Hidden Mind.
Like you're like, hide.
I was just like, I really don't want to.
And in this card, it's an equipment card that says, when Stuntman is dealt damage by a non-hero target, destroy this card. So if he's ever dealt damage while this card's in play by a non-hero target, the card goes away. But then, when this card is destroyed, so whenever it's destroyed, regardless of what destroys it, Stuntman deals each target 1 projectile damage, then deals each non-hero target 3 fire damage. So when the mine goes off, it hits everybody, your friends, your enemies, everybody, for 1 projectile damage. But then it also deals additional damage to just the non-hero targets, 3 fire damage each. So, there you go. Those are his equipment cards. Very cool, very fun. 2 copies of the mine. It's also limited. Makes sense. Questions on equipment cards while I load up these ongoings.
What if, Desperation, what if Stuntman wore glasses?
What if he wore glasses? Then he would look pretty cool. Like what kind of glasses? I don't know. Cool glasses or
cool
not
glasses.
very glasses?
Define not great glasses.
You know, like glasses that aren't great.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Was there ever a consideration to give him a card type of ongoing stunt?
We talked about it being a stunt-based deck, but I wanted it to be more focused on the things he's doing, and like everything he's doing in the deck is essentially a stunt. But so like sort of, but not really. Let's see.
Isn't normal French more passive aggressive?
Well, yeah, but he's a French action star. Like that's what makes him really stand out.
He can't be passive. Why is his flamethrower able to hit more people than Expat's assault rifle?
Because she's firing in a tight arc where he's applying flames liberally.
He would wear cool glasses specifically so he could wipe them off dramatically when revealing things.
I think he's wearing cool glasses in the armor card, right? Yeah, he's wearing cool shades.
Somebody caught a Homestar Runner reference.
Yeah, they did.
I just recently learned about Homestar Runner.
You sure did. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Are we good to go on the ongoing cards?
Yes.
Excellent. We've got a bunch of ongoing cards. Only one of them is not limited. The rest of them are all limited, and we'll talk about card counts as we go. So the first one is a card called Steal the Scene, because of course it is. He steals the scene. In this card, it's an ongoing limited card. He's got 3 copies of it. At the start of a hero turn other than yours, you may destroy this card. So at any other hero's turn, you can get rid of this card at the start of their turn. When this card is destroyed, Stuntman deals 1 target 2 projectile damage, then you may use a power. So this is one of the ways that he sets up his stuff, where he can do this during other heroes' turns, but he can also, like, if the villain's like, oh, the villain's going to destroy some ongoing cards, he's like, great, you should destroy the steal the scene. And then when it's destroyed, immediately he deals a target 2 damage and uses a power, which can set up other things, as we already looked at. That's why I wanted to look at his equipment cards first, so we had an idea of, like, oh, those powers outside of turn, very nice. So, Steal the Scene, 3 copies, very nice. Knife is not thrilled at Stuntman appearing and messing up her plans, but it's got a deal.
Are you going to see Avengers today?
I thought
maybe. You're going next Thursday.
No, I think I might be going tonight. I don't know. Why are we asking?
Somebody asked in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, I might be going tonight. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Avengers.
Oh, it's Avengers.
Yeah.
It's more.
Yes.
Yeah. Blah. All right. No Time to Bleed. This is a card that if you have listened to, I believe we talked about it in the Stuntman, the Ambuscade Stuntman letters page episode, but we might have talked about it in the operative one, but I think we did it in the Stuntman one. Somebody on the chat will correct me. But if you've listened to that episode, this is from that story where we see the operative who's working for Zhu Long and Stuntman, and he's all full of arrows, but he's got no time to bleed. That's the name of the card. It's an ongoing card, it's a limited card, there are 3 copies of it. Whenever Stuntman is dealt damage by a non-hero target, he deals that target 1 projectile damage. So he shoots back. And then additionally, if Stuntman is dealt 5 or more damage in 1 turn, you may destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, draw a card and use a power. So this is another out-of-turn means for you to get out-of-turn powers. All right, next card. Oh, here's another French one. Can you pronounce that?
Moving Target.
All right. I'm done with my dumb goofs. All right, Moving Target is an ongoing limited card that he's got 3 copies of. And as long as this card's in play, whenever damage would be dealt by a villain target to Stuntman, but is prevented, redirected, reduced, so that Stuntman takes no damage, you may use a power. So if you would be dealt damage but aren't for some reason, be it redirection or reduction or prevented, or in some way something happens, so damage is coming at Stuntman, but it ends up not being dealt to Stuntman, you get to use a power. When Stuntman is dealt damage by a villain target, destroy this card and use a power. So if somebody does manage to hit him, the card blows up, but then he gets to use a power as a result, because he's always moving. And that kind of references both the hard to take him down aspect and also the, like, always on the go combat style. Okay, an actual French one. This is a French expression.
Could you,
Cote que cote.
yeah, I actually didn't know that one.
I me neither. Before putting it in this deck. It is an expression that kind of means, like, it is what it is, or all, with a mix of, like, what goes around comes around sort of thing. And it's an ongoing limited card that increases damage dealt to and by Stuntman by 1. At the start of your turn, you may destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, you may draw a card. So as long as this card's in play, you're increasing the damage that you output, but also increasing the damage you take. But then you have the option to get rid of it at the start of your turn. So there you go. 2 copies of that ongoing limited card.
Can you show the title on camera?
Oh, sure. That way the French people can correct me.
I could have spelled it, I guess.
You sure could have. Focus. Focus.
Did I spell it right?
Bam.
Yeah, I spelled it right.
Anyway, there you go. Next we have a dramatic... What's up?
Braithwaite is in here.
Oh, good.
I was just excited. I was like, oh, Braithwaite.
Yeah. Dramatic Cliffhanger is an ongoing card that has 3 copies. And this is a dramatic cliffhanger of a card. This is actually a really fun one. I probably should have put it last, but it's too late. It's too late to put it last. You already know about it. I can't take it back now. At the end of the environment turn, you may destroy this card. So, at the end of any environment turn, you can choose to destroy this card. When this card is destroyed for any reason, not just because the end of the environment turned destruction, but if this card is destroyed for any reason, you may play a card, use a power, and draw a card in any order. So essentially you get to take a full turn whenever this card is destroyed, but you can mix up the phases in any order. Yeah, so this is the dramatic cliffhanger where you put this card in play and you're like, well, that's it, it doesn't do anything. But then when that card is destroyed, you get to do a whole bunch of things. And that's an ongoing limited card that has 3 copies. All right, this one, I believe I can do in French pretty well. It is Planquez-vous. Planquez-vous.
Yeah, that would be right.
Yeah, thank you.
Good job.
Which is French for get down. It's even got the exclamation point in it. Oh, jeez. And it's an ongoing limited card that he has 2 copies of. When a hero target would be dealt 4 or more damage, you may destroy this card to prevent that damage. And so you can use that to prevent damage to you or to some other hero target. When this card is destroyed, you may use a power. Again, another out-of-turn option to use a power. All right, and the last of the ongoing cards is his only non-limited ongoing card, and it is called L'Ambuscade, which is French for the ambuscade. Which is actually French for the ambush, because ambuscade is an archaic word that nobody uses anymore that essentially means ambush. And that's where his name comes from. What? Amazing. Oh my god.
So, not enthusiastic enough?
All right, so L'Ambuscade is an ongoing card in which he has 2 copies of it. Whenever a non-hero target enters play, you may destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, either Stuntman deals 1 target 5 melee damage, or you may use a power. So whichever one's more useful. But this is nice. It's like, oh no, a target's entered play. Destroy this card and just do 5 damage to that target and probably destroy it. Or use a power to get some other better use out of it. So those are all of the ongoing cards. Hit me with your questions. What do you got?
Okay. How many wardrobe changes can we expect? That was from Cool's Champion.
Wardrobe changes of me or of Stuntman?
I think it was of Stuntman, but I mean, both.
I mean, I change my clothes at least once every day, sometimes as many as 4 times a day. Stuntman has several different outfits in this deck.
Christopher literally leaves the office to go and change real fast, comes back. Has a wardrobe in the office, actually.
I really should, is the thing.
We kicked Adam out of the office, and his space is now a closet.
Wow.
Does Stuntman chew tobacco? Don't tell Adam I said
that. Don't tell Adam that you said that asked if Stuntman chews tobacco?
The fact that we turned his office into a closet.
I mean, we could. No, he doesn't chew tobacco.
Is there a baguette hidden anywhere on any of his art?
Well, you'll have to look for it and find out. Baguettes are, yeah, I mean, you never know. I don't want to reveal any of the baguette secrets.
I'm going to go look for a baguette later.
The hidden pain. See, it's a French pun.
Because it's the
actually
hidden
pan,
yeah.
which is the spelled pain, which is the French word for bread.
Yes, I got it. It was good.
I had to explain it to you because you don't know any French.
It's true. Very bad at French. Wait, is there more on destruction cards like Mainstay?
I mean, all the on-destruction cards are the ongoings that we looked at there. None of his equipments are on destruction. They're all the ongoings. And most of those are on destruction. You can, like, use a power or play a card. And so we've already looked at all of those because the cards that are left are all one-shots, which are not on-destruction cards.
I'm just going to look at the chat real fast. In the video game, is Ambuscade... In the video game, if Ambuscade fights Stuntman, will it be a special line of dialogue like Legacy and Iron Legacy?
I can neither confirm nor deny that is going to be a thing that happens in the video game.
Okay, why does Christopher need 4 wardrobe changes? We don't talk about it.
Because I have so many clothes, and I don't want my clothes to feel bad. I don't want my clothes to feel like they're not getting used, they're not getting appreciated.
Hey Christopher, can you reread Mainstay's Sweet Rhonda? Not necessarily today. I think you misspoke in your haste last time or changed it between proofs and printing.
I have to go get
you want me to get it?
No, I'll maybe I'll read it or something later. I don't know. Look, I'll just go get it. It'll be fun. Yeah, I can do that right now while you're looking for other questions. It's a good interruption.
What heroes do you think will combo well with Stuntman? In response, somebody said DW Fixer, Mainstay, Stuntman, Schmishmendible's team.
Anybody that can. I mean, there's lots of good combos there. Also, anybody that can give Stuntman out of turn powers, unsurprisingly, out of turn anything really. All right, I'm not on camera anymore. Let me scoot back over here. Hello. So the card Sweet Rhonda from Mainstay's deck says, it's equipment limited. At the end of your turn, either draw a card or destroy one of your ongoing cards. If you destroy a card this way, you may play a card. Then, reduce damage dealt to Mainstay by non-target environment cards by 1. And then, when this card is destroyed, draw 3 cards. So I'm not sure what part I misspoke on, but I would not be surprised if I did. While I'm off camera, boom, boom, boom. Then I come back up on camera, completely different outfit. This is a different black vest, a different gray tie. I'm trying to remember what I'm wearing now. Different red shirt.
You could have looked.
No, that's cheating.
That is cheating.
Cheaters don't win.
Non-target environmental cards, question mark?
Yeah. There's lots of environment cards that do damage that are not targets.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not the people that he meets on the road that the motorcycle reduces damage from. It's the road itself.
Okay. Like ones without HP?
That's what a non-target card is, yes. Target cards are any card that has hit points.
Put the waistcoat on backwards.
No.
That would have been an option. Yeah.
It's not an option.
They thanked us for rereading the card.
You're welcome. I'm going to now begin reading one-shots from Stuntman, unless you stop me. Got any more questions?
I think we're good.
Okay.
I don't have any more questions.
So, the first one is another French one that I actually am feeling somewhat confident on, so I'm going to make Maggie read it.
Coupe vexed? I can't say the last word.
Vexant.
Vexant.
Coupe Vexant. A Vexing Blow is a one-shot card. Stuntman deals, he has 3 copies of this one-shot. Stuntman deals 1 target, 2 projectile damage. Redirect the next damage dealt by that target to Stuntman. Reduce that damage by 2. So, Stuntman shoots somebody, pow. Then the next time that target deals damage, it's redirected to Stuntman and reduced by 2. And this is a way that he can combo into his card that's like, hey, whenever damage would be dealt to Stuntman but isn't, then something happens. Because he can use this card to be like, oh yeah, damage would be dealt to me, but it's reduced by 2, and maybe I even have armor in play, so I get to use that to combo that ability. We'll put one-shots here. The next card is a card that is the second part of the card from the School of Hard Knocks card from Mainstay's deck that we looked at on Monday. That card showed Mainstay and Stuntman standing in a bar getting ready to fight. And now the usual solution is this bar fight card. I'll go ahead and give you a better shot of that. Whoop, maybe. Yeah. Usual solution. Look at that. Look at that. And in case you're wondering, what is the usual solution? It's violence. It's the usual solution for Stuntman. He's got 3 copies of this card. Stuntman deals 1 target, 2 melee damage. Destroy an ongoing, equipment, or environment card. Stuntman deals up to 3 targets, 1 fire damage each. So you have to destroy an ongoing equipment or environment card. Frequently it's useful to destroy an environment card. Sometimes it's useful to destroy one of your ongoing cards to get a combo, although usually you want those outside of turn. This also actually combos really nicely with Mainstay in destroying some of Mainstay's stuff. Next we move on to Violent Escalation, in which we see Stuntman beating up the Cult of Gloom. Cult of Gloom just getting beat up by Stuntman, taking it to him. Let me see if I can get this to focus properly. There we go. Oh man. Having a rough time. 3 copies of this one shot, Violent Escalation. Stuntman deals up to 3 targets, 1 projectile damage each. 1 target dealt damage this way deals Stuntman 1 melee damage, and then Stuntman deals 1 target, 3 melee damage.
Somebody said, poor Brian.
All right, we've got 2 cards left. I know it looks like I'm holding 4 cards, but it's really only 2 cards. It's an optical illusion. One of them is a one-shot that has 3 copies. Man, these one-shots are so good. The art on them is delightful. I've been doing every single one, and I will continue to do so. This one is called Training Montage. Oh my gosh, this art is one of my favorites. Look at that flag. Look at those one-arm push-ups and the jump ropes, and he's punching the bag. Yeah. Oh man, what a guy. 3 copies, Training Montage. You may draw a card. Stuntman may deal himself 2 melee damage. If he takes damage this way, draw 2 more cards. And then you may play an ongoing card, regardless of whether or not you deal yourself the damage.
Ansel is shredded.
He is.
All caps.
Yeah. All right, the last card is a card that is a card that I had to apologize about a lot to Handelabra. It's a card that I think people are going to be excited about in some ways. It's a card called In Medias Res. It is not a French card, but rather is a film term You may Google it if you need to. I can show you this card here. I can show you this card here. Yeah. But I can't hold it up for you while I read it because I only have the one copy. And it says, when you play this card, it's a one shot, you play the card, it says, go immediately to the start of Stuntman's next turn, skipping all turns in between. Remove this card from the game. Fun! Fun for the whole family. Where the family is Stuntman. All right, so that is Stuntman. We still have his variant card, but if you have any questions about one-shots, now would be a great time to talk about those.
Hang on one sec. Okay. My new question is, Stuntman or Chrono Ranger more shredded?
Oh, Stuntman. Stuntman's way more shredded. Chrono Ranger's wiry. Stuntman's like, oh, I don't know. Like, depends on how you define shredded, because shredded's like...
I think it's like bulky muscle, right?
So is shredded bulky muscle or is shredded like cut?
Cut. I think it's cut.
See,
yeah.
Like, they're both going to be... Because the difference is, I mean, like, Stuntman's like, he's...
Yeah, he's ripped.
Right,
like,
he's big though.
Yeah.
Whereas like Chrono Ranger is like, he's a wiry guy.
Like
he's probably got like a lower body fat percentage, but they're both like ridiculous in that way. I don't know. Well, it also Chrono Ranger definitely has a lower body fat percentage and also an organic matter mass percentage lower because a lot of him is metal. So anyway, hope that's helpful.
So, is this Eye of the Tiger style montage?
Oh yeah, definitely. But a French song.
But seriously, when does Ansel fight the Cult of Gloom?
Well, I can tell you that Ansel fights the Cult of Gloom in Tome of the Bazaar, number 81.
Nice. Apologize to Handelabra, question mark?
Yeah, for the card that says skip all the turns in between.
Yeah.
I think it was John Mark and I talked about that one earlier on, and he's like, no, it's fine. Like, okay. It's,
if you must. I'm not seeing any. Oh,
okay.
Wait. The more important question is, which is better, Pretty Boy Ansel or Ruggedly Handsome Jim?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm gonna leave, that question has to be for Adam. You'll have to ask him someday that question because he's the one that has the biggest crush on Chrono Ranger, which is weird to have a crush on a character you draw, but he does. So there you go.
Braithwaite says, but Stuntman is far more likely to end up with his shirt cosmetically shredded.
Yeah.
It's part and parcel with being an action.
Oh, definitely. Like, there's so many, there is definitely a lot of like, oh no, whoops, I got slashed from here to here and it barely cut my skin a little bit, but mostly it just let my shirt fall off of me. And to the point that then in later movies that were not necessarily parodies of themselves, but were like kind of poking fun at the very genre that they are, he would be like, oh no, there's some sort of conflict, and he's like getting into the conflict and he just takes his shirt off for no reason. It's like, get rid of that shirt. Gotta have no shirt on, obviously.
It's just gonna slow me down.
Right.
Like, we didn't cover the variant card yet.
I have it in
You're about to.
I'm waiting to wade through these questions, and then I will talk about this very foily card.
Why skip other turns rather than go back to the start of Stuntman's turn?
No, going backward is bad. You got to move forward. If you go backward, then you have the question of like, wait a minute, hold on, does that undo things? I played around with various different wording, and this is the one that made the most sense. Like, no, you just go whoop, all the way around the table, start back over at your turn again.
Playing turn skip mid captain giving environment a turn does what?
So hold on. What is it?
Playing the turn skip card.
Right.
Mid captain giving environment a turn does what?
When like Capitan giving giving the environment a turn. So you would skip everything and go all the way around to Stuntman's turn. Like that's the thing is it skips everything that's happening, and you can have like weird nested turn situations. But I believe that in media res just like blanks it all out to like, nope, we're going all the way around to the beginning of Stuntman's turn. And I am certain that Handelabra will have like a whole document because they have to code it to make it work no matter what on that very thing, on that very interaction.
Do you get any benefits for playing 80s montage music during the montage?
Yeah, absolutely you do. You get the benefit of listening to 80s montage music while you're doing the montage card. Like, that's a benefit in its own.
And skipping those turns would allow things like legacy takedowns or any of Guys' cards.
Yes.
Still, yeah.
Right. That's the thing. In media res, you play it on your turn, you skip it all the way into the next turn. Okay, fine. You probably played it during your play phase, and that didn't really do that much. Playing in media res outside of your turn is amazing. That can really set up some weird and interesting things. Okay.
Okay.
Foil card, the variant for Stuntman. action hero stuntman, as I like to call him. He's got a helicopter and a gun and a cigar and just looking ridiculous.
Nice.
Ridiculously awesome. Anyway, he's got 28 hit points, and his power name, the name of this power, of course, is All My Own Stunts. Because I don't know if you know, we've talked about this in Stuntman. Stuntman does all his own stunts. All of his own stunts.
He's quite impressive.
Yes. Power. Until the start of your next turn, increase damage dealt by Stuntman by 1. You may play a card. So this lets you play a card right off the bat there. So the damage increase that you're getting, you can benefit from that card. But also, if you can manage to get some out-of-turn plays and powers between now and the next turn, you can really capitalize on that damage increase. We didn't talk about incapacitated abilities, so let's real quick rewind to his original character card, the backside of which is him faced off against Boar the Unstable, a scion of Oblivion, and his incapacitated abilities are: one player may play a card, destroy an environment target, or one hero target may deal one target 1 projectile damage. The incapacitated abilities on the Action Hero Stuntman variant: one player may draw a card, one hero may use a power, or one hero target may deal one environment target 2 melee damage. An environment target dealt damage this way deals each non-environment target 1 melee damage. So, there you go. A story in of itself. All right, so those are the one-shots, the ongoing cards, and the equipment cards for Stuntman, as well as the 2 hero character cards. Exciting times all around. This is the last of these for now, these live streams, but we'll do more, up to Maggie, when we get more content to share with you. And that said, even though this is the end of these, we're doing a live stream on Saturday, and we're doing a live stream next Wednesday that are both Sentinels live streams. This one on Saturday, you people, you fantastic viewers and listeners and audience people of all sorts, got to pick what heroes we were playing, and so the voting is in, the counts have been tallied. Yeah,
and if you stay tuned after this when this ends, the last image will give you one of the heroes that we're playing.
All right, cool. So I won't say anything.
You won't say anything. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, don't say anything.
I'm not gonna tell you that.
But that'll be that'll be at 2 p.m. on Saturday, 2 p.m. Central. So set your clocks.
Yeah.
Put an alarm out there. Yeah. Get ready for it.
All those things.
There are some questions that did come in. What time is the stream Saturday? I just said it. So
it's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock on Saturday.
So if it goes to the start of the turn, does that mean Wager Master's 1 card means that Stuntman's turn immediately ends?
Yes. Yeah, because you do your turn order in the reverse order, so yeah. But that would, if you play that start of turn, then it would then go to the next player's turn.
Will we get to see Stuntman in Tactics or the RPG?
Stuntman? No. Ansel G. Moreau, Ansel G. Moreau's already been in Tactics, and that's not the last of him. And yes, and definitely in the RPG. So yes/no is the answer to the question.
Okay. Also, somebody said Rambuscade, and I thought that was funny.
Rambuscade, yeah, I've heard that before. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me just double check that nothing.
So yeah, we're doing a live stream on Saturday, and then another one next Wednesday. Wednesday, we'll be playing Sentinels at 3 o'clock on the regular scheduled GTG live time. So join us for that. That'll be fun.
Doesn't he go back to being a villain?
When? That's the thing.
Yeah.
In Tactics, yes. Yes, he does. In the Miststorm universe.
Yes, that was the end of the questions.
All right.
But yes, we will be here Saturday and next Wednesday. There's also going to be a stream on Thursday for National Paranormal Day. I have to use the platform while I have it.
Do the thing.
So for National Paranormal Day, which is May 3rd, we will be live streaming Fate of the Elder Gods, and there will be some other really cool stuff happening that is to be announced. But it'll be spooky and cool and awesome, and yeah. And it's gonna be spooky.
Ooh, National Paranormal Day.
Yeah, Christopher's not invited, but there will be other better people there. So comment.
Did you say there'll be better people there?
Yeah.
I love it. Highly accurate.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. Anything else?
I don't have any more questions coming in. Do we want to give it a second?
Nope.
Barbecue ranch blood. That's what someone just said.
Thank you so much for all your questions, all your comments, and all your viewership. It's been great showing these things off, and I'm excited to play games for you guys on Saturday and on Wednesday, and hopefully see you folks at some conventions. Since I mentioned the word conventions, gosh, what are we doing? Like 1 million conventions in the next 3 months.
So we'll be at Geekway to the West next. That's May 17th that it starts.
Right.
Then we'll be at UK Games
Expo. UK Games Expo, we're doing a giant thing, so if you're in the UK or can make it out to the UK, go to UK Games Expo. It's the end of May, beginning of June.
And then it'll be Origins.
Origins is right after that in Columbus, Ohio in June. We'll be there.
And then I'll be at Dice Tower Con, but that's just kind of like you could see me. You can hang out with me.
Yeah. Play a game.
Play a game. Yeah, definitely play a game.
There you go.
And then after that we'll be at
I'll be at Con in the Castle right after that.
Oh yeah, you will be at
Yeah, Con in the Castle in Ravenwood Castle. You should look it up. It's super cool. And I'm the guest of honor.
Me and my friends thought we're gonna I might go as a me.
Crash?
Yeah.
Con in the Castle?
Yeah, we were talking about it. I don't know. It was super fun. I went there for a charity event.
Hoop and Stick?
Yeah, the Hoop and Stick Convention, which is a charity event they put on in February, and it's like a real castle, super neat.
Yeah.
Well.
And then after Con in the Castle, the next big show we're doing is Gen Con. Gen Con at the very end of July. It's technically the beginning of August, but I think we're there at the end of July to do setup stuff because we have so much to do. But yeah, Gen Con big times. And between now and Gen Con, we will have shipped out all of the Improve.
Yay!
Right.
So anyway, weight off my chest. Anyways.
Exciting times.
Yes.
Thank you all. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye, guys.